Hi, I'm Brad. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about some of the things I do as a preacher of the gospel. And the main thing is to get to as many possible people as I can get, looking for any chosen ones that might be out there. Now, God doesn't give me the numbers of people that are still yet to come into the kingdom, if there's any. He doesn't give me any of that knowledge, and He didn't give any of the other saints or Jesus that knowledge either. He just let us know that that's what we're doing. We're just preaching to find more people. Now, part of the reason for that is so we don't anticipate. We're not anticipating certain people, certain groups of people. Okay, and the other reason is he saw this way before he started planning and putting it all in his plans. So he saw this time. It's like a designer, builder building a custom home. You know, if they've done it long enough, they get to the point where they can see the customers moving their stuff into the house. They can see everything. They can see how it's going to look in the light, in the dark. You know, everything. They know all about this house they're going to build before they even start to plan it. You know, they're just putting pieces of thoughts together, and as time goes on, they get this idea formed in their head, and then they start putting it to plans. And when they plan it out, they plan it right down to the nearest number of pounds of nails they need. You know, different clips, different things they need for the house. You have to get the costs down. So this is what God did. He knew everything about the eternity, all the way out to however long it exists. Well, there's no end to it. So we really don't understand God. You know, even as saints, we're just getting started in the teaching of what God knows. We have all of eternity to learn about God and how He did things. We only get the basics to begin with, just the little pieces of it. Okay? So that's why we don't know these things. We don't know what people are thinking, but we can, because of the truth in us, we know if they're a sinner. We know if they're lying. We know if they're one of us who has the truth. So that's what we have. We have a lot of knowledge, but it's only for the rest of this age. It's only to show what has happened in the past. It's to help these chosen ones find their way home. Okay, so we get just what we need for this age until it's over and we're all dead. We're gone. In the next age, then God will start teaching us everything. You know, everything will come to us. But it'll take time. You can't teach. Tell you what, God is there's so much stuff there. He can't possibly teach us overnight. You know, it just doesn't happen. It's like growing up as a person, a human. You know, we come out of the chute, we don't even know what's going on. Not until we get some memory in us. We start remembering things, and then we look back and say, oh, we learned this much. Get to 6th grade, we can start counting and doing the alphabet. Well, that's how we learn in God. You know, we don't learn from the scriptures, okay? He guides us to a few prophecies we need and a few things, but it was mainly for our vocabulary. Once we got the vocabulary built in us, in our memories, then He can use that to teach us. And as we write, as we speak, He's teaching us stuff. And that's how we learn. So we don't know. We don't know hardly nothing. But we know a lot more than what people that don't have the truth and don't have the knowledge. You know, you only have the Bible. You only have the scriptures to go by. And most of that has changed. A lot of it's been deleted. A lot of pagan beliefs have been added to it. So what you're learning there is not the truth. You can't get it. You can't get the story. You can't get the overall picture of what's happening. So you have all these open ideas, and that's why there's so many denominations. That's why we have so many religions. A lot of religions came off of the scriptures. You got Judaism, this first one, okay, and then we got Christianity, we got Islam, and a whole bunch of other religions came out of that, out of Judaism. Why? Because of the scripture. They take stuff out of the scriptures and they start interpreting their own words to it, and it's wrong. And then they follow on their own ideas, and bam, 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 they're messed up. So anyway, we don't know who is going to be a chosen one. So I, as a saint, have to preach the gospel in every area that I possibly can get to. So and as many people as I can in a week. So I'm right now I'm up to about 600-700 comments a week. Now, not all of them are different people. Some of them I have about 100 comments just for one person. But the thing is I'm keeping busy with this preaching of the gospel. It's not like I'm just talking to a few people. I just go from one thing to the next. If I get banned from one forum, I open up another one. I'm in it, and I got writings, I got comments going within half an hour. I got banned last week in a half an hour. I put two writings in there for threads, and a couple of comments, and then I took a break. I come back, I couldn't get in it. I was banned. So this is what I do. I do this all day long. Okay? I take a break in the afternoon to go write and have a cup of coffee. And why do I write? So I can learn. That's my teaching time from God. So the writings I put out on threads, they're writings that I've got from God. I mean, they really shouldn't be in your hands, but that's why I have to do it online. I'm not able to do it in person. You know, I'm in Barcelona. I only know a few people that speak English, and they've already heard me preaching to them. They don't want to hear it every day. So I have to reach out and get to as many people as I can, and to find those chosen ones. I have a few people listening to what I'm saying, and what I say is directly from God, because I speak for Him. I was chosen to do that. I was made sinless, and that's called a saint when you're made sinless. And I received the knowledge of God, so I can speak to anybody right from that knowledge. Because what I get taught stays in this knowledge. It's revealed now. It's like a painting. You know, it's partially painted, and I can relate from that painting at any time I want. I can tell the story from any part of that painting. You know? Or it's like, put it this way, it's like a big novel. It's the story's all in there about God. And I can go to any part in that novel and start preaching from it. And that's what it's like to have this knowledge. Is it something real special? It's just knowledge. It's just things I know. And I just speak it. We'll go to the next one.